In this video, we'll work on Ruth chapter 3, verses 5, 6, and 7. Okay, the astrologer said evil things to the king. So there's a destination noun phrase that takes two. And we don't need all this. Generated text is identical. That's the last verse. That's the only sentence in this verse. Text is identical. Let's save it. Generated text is identical. Obey. Ruth obeyed Naomi. I don't think we'll need this. And Ruth obeyed her mother-in-law, and she did all of the things that her mother-in-law told her to do. Okay, obey is a complex concept, and English has this word, so we've activated this complex concept, and you can see it was inserted by complex concept insertion rules, rule number 18, to obey, sense B. But sometimes it just sounds better to not use the complex concept. And this is one of those places. She did all of the things that her mother-in-law told her to do. That is our definition of obey. But we can turn complex concept rules on and off for certain verses. Okay, this is for the objects. We want for the events right here. In general, the grammar rules are completely oblivious to where they're translating in the Bible or other documents. But for the complex concept rules, you can turn them on and off for specific verses. For obey B, we can say block. And it assumes we want to block the current verse. Are you sure that you want to add the current reference, Ruth 3:6, to the list of references where this rule is blocked? We'll say yes. And when we say that, so now we get the long version. We don't get the complex concept obey. And Ruth did all of the things that her mother-in-law told her to do, and she did, so that's fine. Later, if you change your mind, you can go back, and if you're still at that same reference, Ruth 3:6, now if you say block, we'll say, are you sure that you want to remove the current reference from the list of references where this rule is blocked? I'm going to say no, but you can turn these on and off for individual verses. Okay, that's the last sentence in this verse. Generated text is identical. Let's save it. Generated text is identical. And he drank some wine and Boaz drank some wine. That's fine. Okay, happy. I don't think we'll need this rule. Then he was happy, then Boaz was happy, that's fine. And Boaz lay down, and he lay down. Okay, let's ignore this problem. Tell TBTA to ignore it. Okay, the pile of barley. The pile of the barley. Okay, barley is tagged as participant tracking is routine, so we're getting the word the. And that's proper, except we don't say things like the pile of barley or a liter of the milk. When we have this quantity marker, we generally don't mark this as routine with the word the. So let's go to our rules for the noun-noun relationships. And for quantity, okay, right here. For quantity, We generally don't mark these with the word the, so we're going to mark this as generic. And Boaz lay down and he lay down, that's fine. Okay, to sleep. I don't think we'll need this rule. Okay, that's fine. Generated text is identical. And she lifted the blanket that was on his feet. Okay, let's ignore these pronouns. This pronoun. It was on his feet, Boaz's feet. Okay, that's fine. Then Ruth lay down, then she lay down, that's fine. That's the last sentence. Generated text is identical. We're ready for verse 8.